walk you through on how to make use of the manufacturing model from setup to the end of the whole stages. Okay, so uh, first of all, when you want to manufacture a product, you need to think about the materials that are going to be used for manufacturing a product. Let's take, for instance, we want to manufacture a custard food. Okay, custard. So when you are manufacturing a custard, you need a raw material like maize. Okay, so you also need a container to put in the custard after manufacturing. You also need a chemical for or preservatives that you need to preserve the custard when or the powder after manufacturing or processing it. You also need a label that will bear your company name that you will use to place on the body of the custard. You also lastly need something like carton or any kind of packaging that you will place the container inside after manufacturing. You use it to package before selling it. So these are the materials you are going to be needing in order to manufacture this custard. Okay, so now for us to be able to do that, we need to input in these materials under products. Okay, so now the first thing we need to do is we go to manufacturing and then go to products. Okay, so under products, uh, you need to input all those things, that all those material. For us not to waste time, I have imputed them. I have imputed preservative, custard container, label, food, and maize, which is the principal material that we need. Okay, maize. Okay, so when you impute this maize, you can actually add variation. Okay, so the variation could be, as you can see, maize type. I just put under variation white, yellow, and a mixed, if there are some that has a mixed color. Okay, and then secondly, let me also go to another product. Okay, under the products, let's just look at it. We have a preservative. Okay, so let me edit the products. Okay, so we also included all these things. So you need to list all the products, okay, that you are going to be needing in order to manufacture this custard. Okay, and another thing you need to understand is when you are imputing a product, like the main product that we want to manufacture, which is custard food. Okay, let me just open and edit. Okay, so when you are putting in this product, okay, so make sure you uncheck all these can be purchased and then can be manufactured, because it can only be sold. Okay, so it can only be sold, it cannot be purchased, it cannot be manufactured. Okay, so that is just the idea. Well, like label can be purchased. Okay, it can also be manufactured by the company. Something like custard container, if it's a big company, it can be manufactured, and also it can also be purchased if the company don't want to manufacture. Okay, so also the preservative, the company can also set up a lab where they can also put their formulas for preservatives manufacturing. Okay, so these are the things that you need in order to begin the process. So after putting in all the products, okay, and the raw materials inside here, so the next thing you need to talk about is to put up the work centers and the routing. Okay, work centers and the routing. Work centers is, maybe you people have a manufacturing plant in Lagos and also have a manufacturing plant in, maybe let's say, Abuja or Port Harcourt. These are the centers where you can actually carry out all these manufacturing processes. So these are you can put them under work centers. Okay, you can put them under work centers. Let me just show you. Okay, so here we just added Abuja. Okay, Abuja section is one of the work centers. Okay, so now that being said, after the work center, the next one is the routing. Okay, the routing is the stages that it takes you in order to produce the custard. Okay, so when you go to routing, you can see routing name custard manufacturing. Okay, so when you click on add routing, the only thing you need to come here to do is routing name. You put the product that you want to create a route for. Okay, so a route is just the stages it takes you to, manufacture those products. Okay, so once you put the name, okay, it will give you an opportunity to add components. Okay, let me just click on this edit so that you understand. Okay, so you can see after we save route the custard food manufacturing, it gives us by this side to add the operations. Okay, operations that are going to be performed. Okay, so you can see here we put the first operation. Okay, raw material. Okay, so this is raw material. After the raw material, okay, you need preservatives. Okay, after preservative, we also put packaging. Then after packaging, inspection. Okay, so you need raw material, okay, operations that can be done, raw material processing, or you need a preservative application, okay, and then packaging stages, and then inspection. So these are the stages that is to be taken in order to fully complete this product manufacturing. Okay, so that is how you set up your routing so that when you just select the routing, when you are preparing your orders, it will automatically fill in the everything that you need, the stages. Okay, so now after the routing, okay, the next thing is the bill of material. Bill of material. Bill of material is a place, a stage where you can now select a product you want to manufacture and then the materials that you need in order to manufacture the product. Okay, so let's say we click on this bill of material. Okay, now we will now select the food we want to produce, this custard food. Okay, so let me just do it. For instance, product you want to manufacture, we put custard food. Okay, so it will ask you how many quantity, just if you put the quantity you want to manufacture. Okay, routing, you select the routing. Okay, this is the routing we added before. Okay, so now you click on save. Okay, so now we have saved this. You can see it is a bill of material number 2 because we have added one so before. So now we now put the components. Okay, under the component, you click here. You select the component one. The first one is you select the type of maize you need in order to manufacture that. Okay, so let's say we need yellow maize here. Okay, so the quantity of the maize you need in order to manufacture the product, you select it here. Okay, so now we can just leave it here. The work order is number 1. We can that is the first thing we need to do. Okay, so it is here. So the second one is okay, second material we need is let's say the container. Okay, so we can put it to, if we want to allow it to be orderly. Okay, so the Third one, we can put a preservative. Okay, there's a preservative because we need preservative to keep those things. Okay, so we put three. Okay, so the fourth thing we need here is maybe the label. Okay, so put it what. Okay, so maybe the last one is the packaging, maybe the carton where you put the stuff. Okay, so we can leave it as fifth, come to the fifth stage. Okay, so now this is the materials we need in order to produce this maize. Okay, to produce the custard food. Okay, so this is how you put your bill of material. Okay, so we can just say that's all. Okay, so if I go to bill of material, I should be able to see the second one we have added, that is this. Okay, this is the first one I added, this is the second one. Okay, so now once you are through with this, you are done. So now when customer wants to want you people to manufacture that custard food, you can go to manufacturing order. It could be customer, it could be company that decide to manufacture, but whichever one, you just go to manufacturing order. Okay, under manufacturing order, you can add order. Okay, so now you select the product you want to manufacture, that is custard food. Okay, so once you do that, you choose the deadline, you choose when you want to start planning, okay, for the production. If you scroll down, you will see automatically all the materials you need in order to manufacture this custard food will be filled automatically for you because you have already done that in the bill of material. Making the system to know exactly the materials that are needed in order to produce one container or buckets of custard. Okay, so for instance, the person may say, oh, I need two container, as in the quantity column you just change it to two. So once you do that and come down to the bill of material, you can see under this to consume, it will change to. Okay, so if you go back and change it to, let's say, 5. Okay, you can see under here when you leave your distance. Okay, let me. Okay, the quantity to be produced, you can see it has changed to 5. Okay, so that is how you prepare your bill, your order, manufacturing order. You can go to miscellaneous and select the warehouse where the raw material is coming from. Okay, if you have a warehouse where you store all this raw material, you can select the exact warehouse where the raw material is coming from. Okay, so once you are done, you can just click on save. Okay, that is just it. So for instance, you don't have this product in your warehouse, you can simply click on create purchase request so that you will use it to purchase this product and then send it to your warehouse. Okay, so this is exactly how you set up uh, your manufacturing procedures from the beginning to the end. So once you set it up like this, whenever the company wants to manufacture, you can easily go to manufacturing order and then select the product you want to manufacture, and then you just select the necessary things you want to select, and then you are done. So if you follow this procedure, it will be very easy. So the first procedure, let me just recap. You need to go to product, and then input all the materials that are needed to manufacture that particular product. So under material, when you are putting the product, materials that can that are needed to manufacture those products should be mentioned as to be manufactured or to be purchased. Okay, so but the material that you want to sell, let's say it is phone that you want to manufacture, when you put in phone under the product, make sure that you only leave can be sold. Okay, but for you to manufacture this phone, you need casing, you need screen, you need battery, you need cable. So all those and you need the packaging, the carton. So all these things can be manufactured or can be purchased. Okay, so when you go to bill of material, you then select what you want to manufacture, that is the phone. Then under the components that you need in order to manufacture it, you now select the battery, the screen, the wire, the package, that is the carton, and all those components that are needed to manufacture the phone. Okay, so when you also go to routing, when you click on phone, okay, and you type phone as the routing, okay, you need to also specify the stages that you are going to take. Okay, if it is the board, or processing, or the board manufacturing, you put the board, the first stage. The second stage, maybe you want to attach the screen or connect the wires. You say, okay, the screen is the second stage, wire connection is the third stage. Okay, so the casing is the fourth stage. Okay, so now you can now say maybe the packaging, that is putting it into the carton, is the last stage. Okay, so that the routing will follow those procedure. So once you are done, the next thing you need to do is to also create the workstations that where the phone should be, that will be done. Okay, so once you select it, then you can now begin to take your work orders. Okay, or manufacturing orders, and then you just select the materials to be used. Once you select the product, all the materials that are in the bill of material will be populated, and that's how you carry out uh, the procedures of manufacturing. So, any question you have, just let me know. I will clear you on that. Thank you.